Hello, Amanda Holmes here, CEO of Chat Homes International. This week I have something really special for you. So I'm sure you all love hot seats, or at least to watch other people get hot seated. Maybe you don't like to get hot seated, or there's just a very few that love the pressure of being hot seated. But this week, so normally I do interviews, right? But this week what I did is I'm peeling back the curtain into one of our trainings where we had a bunch of people get up, and the challenge was, in 60 seconds, can you grab the attention of your prospect? Can you do it? Knowing that majority of people don't want to hear what you have to say. People are sick and tired of ads. People don't have the attention span. So how do you grab their attention? And how do you grab the entire buyer's pyramid attention? People that aren't thinking about you, think that they're not interested, or definitely not interested. So you're gonna see a couple of those from our Core Story Bootcamp. It's really fun. So just keep in mind some context here. I gave them about 4 minutes to create this 1 minute piece. Granted, they had 3 sessions before that learning how to craft this, so they did have some background. But even so, it was very last minute, can you create this? And then they were put on the spot with a timer, and you'll get to see what happened. Here's some of the examples from our Core Story Bootcamp. Enjoy.
Becoming a master is not about doing 4,000 things. It's about doing 12 things 4,000 times.
The Ultimate Sales Machine presents the CEO Mastery Show for entrepreneurs looking to grow faster, better, smarter. If you would like to have a profound breakthrough in your business, talk to our team live by visiting chetholmes.com/breakthrough. Good advice is contextual. Get your answers at chetholmes.com/breakthrough.
So, the Goldfish Rule, I don't know if any of you are familiar, but our attention span is actually half what it was just 10 years ago. And that's the equivalent of a goldfish. Are you able to catch your prospect's attention within the first 3 seconds of their attention span? So, how many of you are familiar with the red ocean, blue ocean concept? Let me see your hand raise. Okay, majority. So it's the same concept that we have with the stadium pitch. So red ocean is the 3% that are in the buying now category. So everyone's competing for that same prospect. Whereas the blue ocean is the rest of the buyer's pyramid that are not thinking about it, think they're not interested, or definitely not interested. And you want to go after that blue ocean to bring them into the buying now category. So let's do a self-assessment now. Can you catch the blue ocean's attention in 5 seconds or less? On a scale of 1 to 10, Eric, if you could pop up that question for everybody, where do you feel you lie as far as getting the attention of the full buyer's pyramid? Okay, Eric, I think you can share the results. And then if you could calculate it for me, that would be lovely.
We're at a 4.
We're at a 4. All right, with place to improve. How do we use this to grab the attention of a prospect? I would use this to get an appointment. I would use this to catch them in a video. I would use this to get their attention in an email to lead to the appointment. This is just that initial hook, okay? I guess we're at 1 minute. Are you guys ready to hear my hook here?
Yes.
Are you?
Yep. Go.
Some are, others aren't.
Ooh, let's go.
Yes, Amanda.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I thought someone was about to role play with me. I'm like, yeah, bring it. Okay. So usually a conversation starts like this. Maybe somebody would even say, oh, what do you do? I'd say, let me ask you this question. How many companies do you think make it to $1 million in annual sales? Whatever they'd say, I'm like, that's interesting that you say that. It's actually 95% of companies will never make it to $1 million in annual sales. Of that, 1.5% make it to $5 million. Of that, 0.08% make it to $10 million, and 0.004% make it to $100 million and beyond. I'd love to show you the 3 things holding you back from doubling the size of your company in the next 12 months. I would cover the fastest, least expensive way to double sales, how to get 9 times more impact from every move you're already making, and how one of our clients increased their sales by 3,546%. It would only take me 22 minutes, and it's filled with great market data, third party, that shows you the trends of what's happening for you right now. Do you have 22 minutes? I did it in less than a minute. Boom. Okay, so that was fast. But I'm going to now show you on the slides, right? So let's go to the slides. what did I do? I hooked them with Global Pain. Obviously, it wouldn't be that fast normally. I'm not a freaking computer. But just for the purpose of our time in this process, I hooked them with a Global Pain market data. Then what did I do? I did the stadium pitch. Then what did I do? I gave them the sizzle. And then we led to, in 22 minutes, right? Oh, I had put in here. It's something that's worked for 250,000 clients and generated over $1 billion in sales. Would love to talk to you about it. So that is a lot. What we're going to do now is we're going to call up 5 people, and go ahead and write in the chat if you'd like to be one of them. We have to go through this fast. Okay, 5 people that are going to be contenders to compete on the Stadium Pitch Challenge. So what you're going to do is we're going to give you a clock, 1 minute. Can you intrigue our Core Story Bootcamp implementers, our coaches, to get an appointment with you, to watch your video? It's just to grab their attention. Have you gotten their attention? Yes or no? They will give you a score, and the person with the highest score wins. So the score will be from either 1, which means spam, or 5, wow, that was so magnificent, I'll just give you my whole wallet right here now. Obviously, we're not pitching, right? This is Stadium Pitch. We're just grabbing the attention of the full buyers. It's not about your product or service. You're selling the education. So it's okay. There could be a blend of different things. You could want to do a Global Pain. You don't have to do a Global Pain. It might be nice to hear some market data if you feel compelled. The Stadium Pitch title has to be there. And if you want to put one of those sizzles in, you can. I know that I went through it really fast. It could just be a title and a piece of market data. You don't have to use the full 1 minute. It's just to grab the attention. So has anybody raised their hand of, yes, I want to be? I knew Pablo would. He's been dropping bombs in that chat. Okay, who else would like? Yes.
Can we write it down, or do we have to like rattle it off the top of our heads?
No, I'm just used to that. That's what I do all the time, every time. So you don't have to, it doesn't have to be the presentation. You can read it. Or you could rap it. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, Karen's next, and then after that, Troy. Karen, who's in your stadium?
Hello. My stadium is full of lawyers.
All right. You tell me when you're ready. You ready?
Go.
Okay, let's
go.
go.
Do you know that 86% of law firms never reach their potential? They never reach what profit they can make. Do you want better performance from your law firm? Do you know that 73% of lawyers are working 25% more than what they want to be and making significantly less than they feel they deserve? Do you know that 67% of lawyers land in an early grave and or have mental health issues? I'd like to talk about the top 4 things holding you back from immediately improving your law firm's performance by 25%. We're going to talk about today how to reduce the impact of the Great Resignation on your law firm, how not to be a prisoner of your software provider, how to stop wasting valuable lawyers' time in administration, and how to make technology your friend. Call us today so we can show you in 30 minutes multiple hacks of how your law firm profit can increase by 25%.
Okay. I get so excited. They're so awesome. Okay, who wants to go first? Anthony does.
I'll jump in. Karen, kudos. That was the market data. It was just like one after the other. So you were just punching me in the face. And if I was an attorney, I'd be like, oh, dude, that's me. So I love how you delivered the market data. I definitely think that hit home. Yeah, all said and done, I have no complaints. I think you deliver the message. There's areas we clean up in like a professional pitch because you're doing 1 minute at a time. But for me, it's a 4.5. I think you got my money, you got my email, you got my call. Good stuff.
Great. Who wants to go next? Asha.
Karen, first of all, everything hit home because for 12 years I was an attorney. So that's why I'm no longer there, because all of those reasons that you just mentioned, absolutely fantastic. Love the questions. You were just basically like wrecking their brain And I will literally go even further just so they can relate. When you introducing all this market data, you say, can you relate? Is that your situation? So basically you can have yes already to your sizzle, so to speak, in their brain. Can you relate? Is that you? Get that into it. And because then you get the fear, of missing out. What if you're not going to see me today? If you're not going to talk to me today, that's what you will miss on. I'll give you a 4. Bravo.
Great. Stephanie, you want to go next, and then Claudia?
Yeah, I think you did fantastic. I think what was really great is you illustrated the power of market data, which is what we've been talking about. And you did such a good job. And what's great is that you also illustrated, as we've been talking about, ask questions, because it causes your audience to get self-reflective. It causes us to get into the shoes going, oh, no, oh, yeah, oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I can feel that pain. So I think you did a really great job illustrating exactly what we've been talking about. I'm going to give you a 4.5.
Claudia.
You kept me intrigued with the market data, and that was really good. And I like the asking the questions. Again, it would be what Tasha had said, which was, can you relate? So I agree with that part. It was Trent that just could connect a little bit with the person you're talking to. And then a little bit more compelling on the asking the questions of the call to action, such as we have 4 significant ways, something like that, to help you. So I'd give you a 4 as well.
Emmy.
I don't have anything new to say. Like, you did a great job. Love the data, love the questions. I think the buy-in piece, and then just streamlining, which would do obviously with more time from the CTA, and like, people are going to be dropping all their cash in your lap. So I'm going to give you a 4.
Oh,
Thank you, Karen. That was great. Okay, Kami, you ready? You have your 1 minute. Who are you speaking to? Who's in your stadium?
Is our parents.
Okay. You
Okay.
ready?
Yeah.
Set, go.
So I want to talk to you guys about the 5 biggest challenges facing parents today and one powerful solution to raise a near perfect child. Being a parent is tougher than it's always been. Our top 5 worries are finances. The number 1 expense of a family is a child. Number 2 is owning a house. The second thing is physical health. We worry about our child's physical health. With COVID, with being in front of the TV all the time, it's a really terrible time right now as parents to worry. Mental health is the third thing. Obviously, we want to make sure that our child is confident, is happy, speak up, doesn't get bullied at school, and all of those. The fourth thing is school performance. We want to make sure they do a good job. And the fifth one is we want to make sure they succeed in life. It may not come readily to you, but their oral health is actually the one common denominator. If they have a healthy mouth, they'll be more successful, be healthier, physically have better mental health, and do better in school and be more successful.
Woo!
That was like,
Man,
that's not enough time. I definitely needed 1 more minute.
I love that we're doing this in a minute.
We're just starting to get into the juicy stuff with market data.
You're supposed to sell the sizzle, not give the steak.
I know.
Here we go. I love it. We're learning on the spot. Okay. You guys ready? Who wants to go first?
I'll go again. I'll jump in. I am. Oh, sorry, Anthony. Do you want to go? Why don't you
go ahead, Steph.
I went first the last time. You go.
All right, we'll flip it. One, Kami, I think great job. 100%. The beginning for me, because I know what the end part of your business is, and so sometimes it might not have that. There wasn't like similar thing with Pablo, that market data, but I'm looking for something to grab me in the beginning. So you mentioned the areas of health, and you wrote down 5 challenges for kids. I would love to see something along the lines that is painful as a parent, right? So we're not really selling to a parent, can't envision the loss that a business owner takes, but a parent visualizes something. I'm thinking like 3 out of 5 kids cry after school because they're upset for whatever the reason is. And typically something to their smile, something to their oral health. So I'm thinking of something that tugs at the strings of a parent, but overall, I think you're going in the right direction. And yeah, that minute came fast, but I try to write as many notes as I can. So I'll give you 3.5 on that, bud.
Thank you.
Okay, Asha, and then Emmy.
Stephanie was first, I think.
Oh,
You go.
I thought we were gonna do a reverse order. So then Anthony, and then Asha, and then Emmy, and then Claudia, and then Stephanie.
I'll be last.
Perfect. All right. So Kami, great job, first of all. And I know that you want to emphasize with the parents. You're one of them, so you completely get their pain points and challenges. Although again, don't tell them, ask them. It's just you're accessing totally different part of the brain when you're asking questions, making people excited, curious, versus just telling them, because then that can go through. Second of all, also, I didn't hear any call to action. Why is this important to me to show up? What do I do? Something very urgent. And then again, the urgency factor, right? And also something that will really be memorable, something that I can distinguish from so many other people. And you have that data. You have that achievements to share already.
Great.
3.5.
Okay. Wonderful. Emmy.
I'm going to give you a 3. A great job. There's some place I feel like you can make it more exciting and even a little bit fun and playful with the perfect child piece. So I think there, and what everybody else said too, with market data and asking questions. But for me, it was just, there's a little more emotion and excitement that could be had.
Great,
What's
thank you.
your rate? And then Claudia, what's your score?
I thought also, so what I would suggest is focusing more on the oral part of it. It almost seemed like the one surprising thing that most parents don't know about how to create a perfect child or something of that sort. All the other things that you said were not really earth-shattering, so it didn't have that sizzle that I was looking for. But the one thing that really got me was right at the end when you started talking about the oral health. That was different. So focus a little bit more on that. Again, I would also give you a 3.
3. And Emmy, what was your vote? And then we'll go to Stephanie.
Yeah, 3.
Okay, Stephanie. Oh, you're on mute.
But I wasn't muted. First, I just want to say I'm a parent, so I am your audience. And so I was excited to hear about your stadium pitch. So I don't want to repeat everything that everyone said because spot on what everyone was sharing. Have something powerful, have some really strong market data, get something that's going to capture my attention right away, because I was excited to hear what you were going to say. And and for everybody, look at how do you, when you're thinking about speaking or you're talking to your audience, how do you drive that other 97% to get their attention? How do you drive them up the pyramid, if you will? How do you drive them into I'm not interested to I'm interested in what you have to say? And I think that's the piece that we're looking for is we need a little bit more sizzle, a little bit more sizzle. So I'd give it a 3.
Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you, Kami. It was great. We have 10 more minutes, so let's see how many more we can get through. Troy and then Julie.
Okay.
Who's in your stadium?
So my stadium is business owners or like sales managers, people with sales teams, basically like the sales department.
Great. Ready?
Always.
Here we go. Go ahead.
So here are the 5 ingredients that created $400 million in sales. And those ingredients is what's really going to determine whether or not you become winners or losers. If you look at your sales team today and even yourself, you get to pick, are you in the top 3% or are you in the 97%? Because statistics show that 97% of the people are in the bottom percentile, meaning 3% of your people are actually earning 97% of the money. If you ask those 97% of the people, most of them are going to tell you that getting through their car door is the hardest door to get through, let alone taking your business and the story and the value that you bring to that to the market. So you get the chance to pick here today. Either you or your competition is going to sign up and learn these 5 ingredients that are really going to 10x your business immediately and be able to get them $400 million in sales.
Okay, who wants to go first? I feel like a proud mother. Okay, Stephanie, go ahead.
I thought overall it was good. I think that you had some great benefits and some positive, like why they'd want to do that. But again, so sorry, broken record here, is got to feel the pain. Like what's going to get my attention? I don't feel like in the very beginning, like we really got the sock me between the eyes. Why am I going to listen? What's the impact to me if I don't? Of course, I'm a business owner, so I got a little confused as I was listening to you in the beginning, and I felt you came off stronger in the end. I think you were coming in strong on the end with some good solutions. I would just say in the beginning, give us some good, meaty, sizzly stuff that just socks us right between the eyes. So I'm going to give that a 3.5.
Who's next?
I can go.
Emmy.
I agree with Stephanie. I thought the end was great. I almost want you to start with the last thing you said about the 400 million, and just more sizzle and a little bit more market data. So I'm going to give you a 3.5 too.
Great. Claudia.
I thought the first sentence was good, and then I got really lost in all the 97% and the 3%. So I would say make that much more clear. And again, going to the pain a lot more on that. And then the end also was good. So I would give you a 3.5. Because all kind of good, I thought.
Awesome. Asha?
Okay, so good job. But there was no hook at the beginning.
What did you say, Asha? Sorry, that was too adorable. Say that again.
I said great job, but there was no hook at the beginning that will really interest your ideal client. Now, no impact also on them, what they can even get out of speaking with you, maybe working with you, something stronger than just the 400 million, because 400 million for whom? So it was just getting lost in translation. And also I didn't see any like a fear of missing out over there. What if I just don't attend? You know, it was nothing that was pushing me towards listening to you, working with you. And but also, you know what, one thing that I've noticed, but people go after excitement. If you're excited after anything you're sharing, remember how Amanda was sharing something, you're enunciating, sharing with excitement, you know, it's just something that you're living, breathing, and that's your passion, because you're helping your clients and you're changing their lives completely. Versus you know, if you guys want to attend, then it would be fantastic. You know, so it's just that emotion behind that. Okay, so 2.5, sorry.
Okay, who's left? Anthony, I think, right?
Troy, I am your stadium audience. So I've sat in that space. I've managed sales teams, small and large. So I totally get where you're coming from. I understood what you were saying about the 97 and the 3%. So I totally get that. Where I think you could have elaborated more. And this is one thing that when sales people sell to sales people, right? Sometimes we find ourselves in this position where we forget what's the buying criteria. Like, what am I thinking about? So for me, that global pain of the 97% of people who aren't hitting, what's the impact to me? Like, that's where I was looking for. You were guided the statistics, but a global pain is going to make me say, oh crap, I need to call this guy because I have a bunch of bums on my team that aren't recruiting. And according to him, they're costing me $250,000 per head every time they turn over because they're not performing. So that's the one thing that I was looking for. The statistics I get, but if you and I'm just giving you true harsh feedback. Like, you want me to call you, so tell me the impact of not calling you. Like, I get the data, but when we share data, and that's like the teeter tot I get with working with clients is market data is great, but what's the impact of that? So when you go to a salesperson, like salespeople, what's in it for me? That's all we think about. What's in this for me? So if I'm gonna listen to you, what's in this for me? I'm gonna prevent this expensive, whatever it is, of the 3% of people who are performing and the 97% of bums I have in my sales force. Like, that's how I think about it. So, but kudos to you to having that data coming out with it. I give you 3.5, bud.
I wish that the clock would have had 15 more seconds, because when I saw it, there was a piece in there I really wanted to share.
It's definitely nerve-wracking, like Stephanie said earlier.
Because I felt it, I was gonna comment for all 5 of you, because it was already in my heart how I felt.
It's great. You can bring it to the chat. I know Pablo says he's crying, or maybe it's just the onions he's chopping. He doesn't know. Well, let's go to Julie. Julie, who is in your stadium?
All right, my stadium is business owners, small, medium, large, doesn't matter. They can be executives, they can be entrepreneurs. anybody in business.
All right. Are you ready?
So, is your company still using outdated marketing strategies in 2022? If you think the lead generation is getting harder, you are so right. 69% of consumers distrust advertising of any kind. And those ads that you're paying for, 60% of them are blocked on desktop and 18% are completely blocked on mobile. Organic reach, yeah, that's not paying off so great either. Facebook reach went from 12% to 2.8% in just 3 years. I'm curious if you'd be interested in learning how to leverage the #1 underutilized marketing trend and get customers to buy 200% more from you in 2022. Because here's the deal, 67% of marketing executives agree that word of mouth is the most effective marketing vehicle, but only 6% admit to mastering it. If you have 19 minutes, I'd love to share the 3 critical components to engineering a successful word of mouth marketing campaign and share a case study of how one of our clients went from Idaho food stamps and coaching in a basement to $10 million company in 3 years.
Woo!
How fast can I talk? I skipped 2 paragraphs.
Beautiful. Who wants to start? Stephanie.
Drop the mic. Like you got it. You totally nailed it. From the market data, you got it self-reflective, you're asking good questions, you had a great call to action. I frankly, I'd give you a 5. I think you just nailed it.
Thank you.
Mic drop.
Yeah.
Who's next? Asha.
All right, so it was absolutely fantastic. I loved the beginning. It was funny. It was sizzling. It was like, hey, this is a question. Did you think that? Yes, then you're right. You're having a conversation with them. So that was wonderful. Now, what I love, you shared a secret with them. You're going to share a secret with them, something completely unusual that no one else knows. And that's the advantage of working with you and your company. Right? So that was the next great point. Now, the impact in the end, boom, from this to this, here we go. That can be you. Although, what I will add, it's maybe some additional impact, maybe some quantifier additional, so everyone can also relate. Because for some, make it believable for some people, if that makes sense. So 4.5, fantastic job, loved it.
Okay, next, Claudia.
I also thought excellent, really excellent. Really, you had my attention the whole way through. I think one suggestion on the word of mouth is that 6% have word of mouth. The biggest thing is because of fear of word of mouth. There might be some statistics in there that you could also put in so that people can make that transition to why they want to talk to you. So I would
fear. I don't understand fear of word of mouth.
So
fear that it won't work.
Yes, exactly. It won't have enough impact. Yep. So I would give you a 4.5 as well. Excellent.
Who else?
Great job. Loved it. Loved the data. Loved your energy. Loved the call to action. Like I want to sign up, so I'm going to give you a 5.
Ooh, Anthony.
Yeah, Julie, 100%. I'm going to give you a 5 as well, but I want to share something with you because I always think there's no such thing as a perfect, like you can always improve. So as I'm hearing what you're saying, I would love, and you got a 5 already. So yes, I'm interested in talking to you and you would take my money, but I would love to know, you mentioned that 69% of marketing, and I don't know other stats you said, but it was percentage. What I would love in there to break up that percentage mantra of percentage, when you talked about the Facebook ads, how much money what's the average business owner spend on Facebook ads that doesn't get an ROI? Because if whatever that money is more than what you charge, you're winning. And so to me, I just look up saying, how can I break up percentage point? So even with that feedback, you still got a 5 for me. I'd still book a call with you. I think that you hit so many of the core buttons right there, but let's take your product from whatever it is and let's 10x it, because now your company spent $80,000 or last month on Facebook ads. You got nothing. I got a better answer for you. Something along those lines. So
thank you. Thank you.
Who's the winner, Eric?
Julianne with 24.
And then who's runner up?
Would be Karen with 21.
What? Can I give it to both Is that okay? Because Julie knocked it out of the freaking park. And Karen, I'm so proud of you. That was obviously such a huge breakthrough for you. So can we give number 1 to Julie? Can we everybody celebrate Julie? She was a rock star.
Bravo, Julie.
And how about for Julie, you can have $100 and you can have the package. You can have both. We've been talking about doing an interview for a while, so you get both. And then Karen, you can decide one or the other. Do you want $100 or do you want the media package?
No brainer. The media package. Thank you. I'm
glad
so
you didn't
grateful.
say the $100.
You can have your $100. The media package is worth gold.
Wasn't
I would
that
have bought it from you for
awesome?
101.
How much fun was
Bravo.
that?
Amanda, you need to do this every like 6 months or so and just have it be a televised thing, because that was so fun. That was so fun.
I'm in tears. I've got tears running down my face, Amanda. I'm so grateful.
Oh, well, I'm so
Thank
proud.
you.
I'm like, just, you couldn't stop. You couldn't wipe the smile off of my face. It's been so lovely to watch all of you guys. That was really, and for those of you that listened, did you get value from hearing all of that feedback? Oh my gosh. And can we thank the coaches for giving such wonderful feedback? They were way better at that. I'm glad I didn't do it. I'm glad they did it. That's why they're
Super
coaches.
helpful.
I'm here to cheer you on. They're there to like actually make you better and better. So
Okay,
that's
so
They're the
everyone
nurses
did
that give the
fantastic.
shots.
Not everyone did fantastic. It's really challenging. It's a hard work. It's always room for improvement, but you did freaking phenomenal. So really, great job.
so good. And if this has also lit off some kind of light bulb, oh, maybe this would help to have more of these conversations, we still have that available. And we're done. How was that? Did you enjoy it as much as I did? I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm the one training that it was such a joy to watch everybody go through their 1-minute pitch, their stadium pitches. If you would like this experience, if you'd like something similar to it, we still have the Core Story Bootcamp available. You can get your tickets still. ultimatesalesmachine.com/bootcamp. Join into the Core Story Bootcamp. We really become quite the family in there. So if you'd like to join in with a bunch of other businesses around the world and get better on your messaging, how to reach 9 times more people with the same moves you're already making. It's just about shifting that messaging, right? How to use market data to grab the attention, to increase your legitimacy within your clientele and your prospects. That's just a wonderful time. So I'd love to see you there. Tickets are still available. It starts shortly, so next week. So get it now while you still can. ultimatesalesmachine.com/bootcamp.
Subscribe for more videos. Claim your free Chapter 4 of The Ultimate Sales Machine. This chapter helps you get 9 times more impact from every move you make. Visit ultimatesalesmachine.com. This has been the CEO Mastery Podcast, brought to you by The Ultimate Sales Machine.